Well, the day has come. The Tesla Model 3 has arrived in New Zealand and we're here for our first drive. It's going to be a relatively quick one, just about 45 minutes, but hopefully it'll give us a little bit of an idea of what this long-awaited car is like. Now, we've already done a walkthrough video with you guys before. If you want to check that out, the button should be somewhere up there in the right-hand corner. But for now, let's go and hit the road and give the Model 3 a try.
So I'm really impressed with how comfortable the interior in the Model 3 is. The seating position, even for a large, tall person like myself, is pretty good. Everything feels nicely in place and actually feels of quite reasonable quality. I'm actually really liking the fact that there's no buttons or panels or other clutter in the car. You've got a lower dashboard because of that, which means you've got nice visibility out. You can actually almost see the edge of the front of the nose in the car, which is in itself quite low. The glass roof on this performance model it makes it nice and airy. I've got plenty of headroom above me, which is not always the case in smaller sports sedans. Now that spaciousness extends to more than just the driver. My colleague who's filming me from behind is 6'3". He was sitting in the front seat here earlier and he's now moved to the back seat, and he's quite comfortable despite the fact that he's essentially sitting behind another 6'3" person. So that's pretty impressive, and I think it's clever packaging as much as this vehicle size that does that. That height in the ceiling gives a little bit of roominess, and just the way they've positioned the seats, it's really quite clever. This Performance Model 1, all three rear passengers get heated seats, which is nice, of course, up the front. As with most electric cars, we enjoy those already. Now, the suspension of the Performance model is pretty firm, but it's not overly uncomfortable. I'm going around town now and you might hear me driving over speed humps and cat's eyes, and it's by no means rattling my fillings. I can't honestly say exactly how well the Model 3 handles yet, but I'm expecting it to be reasonably good. The steering doesn't feel too overly light or unresponsive. That ride again is firm, so I think that body control will be relatively well handled. We're going to have to wait and see till we get a longer test and get the car on the open road to see how it really feels. Now, performance is not something you can question. This car does feel very quick. It has that Tesla oomph away from the line. I'd almost suggest the throttle response is just a little bit jarring on takeoff around town, but I think it's going to be overall really impressive, and I'll put the actual performance numbers down the bottom of the screen there just so that people can see what this car will really do. So we're just getting onto the motorway now, and we're going to, I guess, first stretch the Model 3's legs and also have a go at Autopilot. Now, first off, we'll just put our foot down a little bit there, keeping within the law, of course. It does feel really sure-footed. This performance has the dual motor all-wheel drive, of course. Now, with the change around of controls, and we've got new indicator stalks here over the Model S, the use of Autopilot has changed a little. Previously you had a little extra stalk here, but now it's done through the same shifter that the transmission uses. So to engage Autopilot, all we do is double tap this down twice, I'm told, and we're now driving on Autopilot. It says keep your hands on the wheel, but I'm going to keep my hands incredibly loose, and if we focus on here, we can see all the other vehicles going past. This is a new, different type of graphics to what we've seen in the Model X and Model S before. I think it even picked up that motorcycle going by there, which was great. So yeah, look, every time I drive a vehicle with Autopilot, it just seems to get that little bit better, and jumping into the Model 3 today, that's no difference. This is easily handling mid-afternoon, late morning Auckland northwestern traffic, no problems at all. So that's us coming to the end of our very short time today with the Model 3. So early thoughts, and I reserve full judgment until we've had a chance to get the car out on the road for more than a few minutes and try it on the open road, but really impressed. I think the first thing that strikes me is how well the packaging works in this car. For what is a relatively small vehicle, the interior is really spacious. The boot out the back is huge. And it just all works really nicely. The screen in the center console, I'm still getting used to it, but from what I can see so far, it is going to be a very, very short learning curve. And the overall drive for what we've seen so far is very impressive. It feels quick, it feels stable. The ride around town is actually pretty good, even in the performance model. Yeah, that's great. Now Tesla's remaining tight-lipped on how many they've actually managed to sell into New Zealand at the moment. They are saying deliveries will be underway this month in August. So again, how many of those will actually make it out now, we're not sure on, but I'm sure there's plenty of Model 3 owners out there, or Model 3 order holders out there who are very excited to see their cars. So thanks for joining us today. If you want to see more from Auto Media Group and EV Talk, then hit the subscribe button below. Otherwise, check out our written review of this car in the next copy of EV Talk, which is out in early August.